Okay, this video is dedicated to demonstrating how to create a note in association with a cell. We're going to begin by using the mouse to right-click over a cell. Here is my mouse. I'm going to click over this cell using a right-click. And notice when I right-click over that cell, I get a drop-down menu with a number of options. And one of those options is Insert Note. I'm going to left click over Insert Note. Once I do that, notice how that the drop-down menu disappears, but what appears is the note box to the right of the cell we originally selected. That note box is an area where we can keyboard or type. And for the sake of time, I've got some copy I'm simply going to paste in to that area, so that you can see the volume we can take into that area, at least initially with the size of this box as it first appears. However, we can use our mouse, and I'm circling in an area just above the note box so that you can see the mouse. I'm going to draw the mouse down to the corner of that note box. I'm going to left click as I get to the corner, which will grab that lower right-hand corner and pull it down so that we can increase the volume or the space that is available to insert text. I'm going to pull this back up, continuing to depress the left side of the mouse or the left click, so that I've got something similar to the original size of this note box for the sake of the demonstration. Now, having this note, we can click off of the cell we've associated that note with, and we can see a small triangle located in the upper right corner of that cell. In addition, notice how that the note continues to come up, the note box continues to come up because my mouse ends up hovering over the cell with which the note box is associated. If I click off of or move away from that cell, the note goes away. Come down to the cell, the note appears. I move off of the cell, the note disappears. In addition to that, I'm going to left click so the note stays up. I've left clicked, left clicking selects the cell. And now, so that I know what's in the note associated with the cell, I'm going to insert some very truncated copy to indicate the more extensive matter or text inside the note. I'll just type in the words brief note. And by doing that, I've allowed for the viewer to see at a cursory glance when looking at this file that there's a brief note inside of this text, inside of this cell, and that note looks like this when we hover over the cell. Also notice that, and I'm circling my mouse so you can see it, as I come down to the scroll bar and I drop the mouse over the scroll bar, I can actually scroll through this text. There's a lot that can be done in terms of making notes associated with a particular cell. That allows for a lot of logging of data and of activity. In addition to inserting the note, we have the ability by right-clicking over the same cell and clearing the note. So I'm coming down to the clear note option now in the drop-down menu, and I'm clicking over that option with the left side of my mouse, a left click. And as I do, the note disappears. If I want to delete the contents of the cell, I simply select the cell using the left click of the mouse, and I use the delete key. And away it goes.